Okay, today we want to celebrate and remember our son, friend, brother, Josiah David Withrow. Many of you have known him and been watching the Facebook group page and knew that we were waiting until we got the bench, which you have already seen. So we want to take time to share about his garden in Mount Olive Cemetery in Frederick, Maryland, which is across the street from Maryland School for the Deaf. It's close to where we live, so we're able to come and visit. Today we're celebrating Josiah and our son, your friend, families. We have many, many good memories. Josiah was a sweet boy. He's been ever since he met him in China, and I married into the family. He was always smiling, whether bad times or good times. He would laugh and smile, and that is something that we remember our son about. Many challenging times with his heart. When he had his heart transplant, we spent a lot of time together, months and months together. It got to the point we teased each other that we became doctors together when everything we learned. We thank each of you for all your good memories of Josiah. So many people shared that he liked and loved my deviled eggs. I'm glad he shared that with his friends out there. Yes, Josiah's favorite food was deviled eggs. As Judith mentioned about the heart transplant, they practically became like doctors in all that they learned. Once Josiah got out of the hospital and took care of his medicines and followed through with his appointments, he would go to Maryland School for the Deaf a couple times a year for the health class and shared about what happened to his heart with complete pictures. And yes, he has a picture of his old heart and his new heart. And the students really learned a great deal and learned a lot about Josiah's medication, his medical condition, and how medicines were very important. And I know that some of you who have had some severe chronic health issues, Josiah would be there for you because he learned a great deal from Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore. Josiah loved people. He loved to make everyone happy. And that is why we are going to miss his joyful influence, his love and happiness that he would share with us. Dale, I want to share that when we were married in 2005, my family, parents, brothers, sisters, nieces, and nephews accepted all 5 children. And Josiah they were all as if they were their own. My mother would always ask me questions, though she couldn't visit. How is Josiah? What is he up to? My father and his wife, my stepmother Nancy, they would visit often here in Maryland. And their favorite story is that when my dad came in his pickup truck, Josiah would say, "Grandpa, can I drive your truck?" And my father would let him. He always shares that story with me. He remembers that. I do want to say that I thank my 3 living parents and stepmother for helping us purchase the bench for Josiah's memorial. You're right, Judith. I remember that story about your father's truck. Ironically, his last vehicle was a black pickup truck. He so loved putting junk stuff in the back of his bed. Dale, share that recent memory he had with your mother. That's right, Judith. I remember that several years ago, he was driving along and he told me, "Hey, I'm here in Ohio. I'm going to visit Grandma." My mother lives in Columbus, Ohio. There's a deaf senior citizen independent living center. So he would use his truck and load up the bed with lots of rocks so that he can put it in my mother's garden, because she lives on the balcony, on the ground level So put it on his patio, and you'll see that picture in some of the group Facebook group pages. My mother said that she had a great time with him for 2 weeks, eating with him, going out to eat, and laughing with him. Some of you know my mother. Her name is Elaine Withrow. Hey, Dale. One of my cherished memories is teaching Josiah how to drive. I would go to class during the summer school, FCC driver's ed class. It was about 6 weeks? I would go every day with them to see what they would learn and what they were learning about driver's ed. And then after class, we would sit down and we would spend time together tutoring so that they could pass the written test. And then for the actual driving test, I sat in the car with him hours upon hours. Those were cherished memories. As many of you know, Josiah loved cars. As I was going through his files, I could not believe, I think I lost count. There had to have been at least 7 or 8 vehicles he had purchased over the years. He either sold, traded, wrecked, totaled cars, or whatnot. He loved cars. And some of you have sent me pictures and said, he had this car. I wasn't even aware of it, especially the convertible vehicle. So I would say, if I had to sum up his life, it would be that he did it his way. Yes, there were times we would say, well, wait, hold on. Other times you would realize, I probably shouldn't have done that. But he would live life the way he wanted to live, by mingling and meeting many, many people through the various workplaces he went through, and basically lived life to the fullest. So I know that he's happy now. He's in heaven, most likely racing with other people around some racetrack in heaven. Yes, Dale, like you were saying, his friends helped him be independent. Dale and I, as parents, it was hard for us to let him go. Years of taking care of his medical condition. Normally, yes, we monitor and help him, but it was difficult for us. We discussed it and we decided that Josiah, he wanted an independent life. It was you, his friends, and family members and work colleagues helped him be independent. Not perfect, but he was independent, and we thank you for being a part of his life. Yes, Judith, thank you for sharing that. We do know that there are many, many stories that you're going to think of, remember, and we want you to feel free on the Facebook group page. Anytime that you think of something or you want to share something, feel free to post there at the group page. I will leave it open for a long time so that we can always go back and go, oh yeah, I forgot about that story or this story or whatnot, because Josiah lived a full life with each one of you, families and friends and colleagues. Feel free to come by to Mount Olivet Cemetery. It's not just ours. Anyone is welcome to come and to just give honor to him. It's not hard to find. It's in the back of the Mount Olivet Cemetery property. You can't miss it. You can see this bench. Oh yeah, Judith, we need to talk about this title, phrase that Josiah loved. He loved this title, Fearless the World, and we have it engraved here. This is my recollection of Judith. If you have a different recollection, feel free to share. But I would ask him, what is this? He would say, it means I'm not afraid. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to experience life, whether it's positive or negative. He just wasn't afraid to live. Judith? Yeah. I want to share that we have bought 2 additional plots next to Josiah, and we're hoping to purchase 3 more behind us so that we can set up another bench and a bird bath in between, so we can make it a family estate for everybody if they want to come and visit, and it'll be roomy for us. It's my memories for Josiah and the family. Josiah will never be alone. You're right, Judith. We come here, we walk here a lot. We don't live far. Judith has added flowers here. Some people have added flowers here in this little vase. Right now, these are from Judith's garden. But we appreciate deeply everyone that has been able to visit. It means a lot to us because it shows how he has reached out to so many people. Hey, Dale, you need to show them the shirt. Oh, yes. As I was going through pictures after pictures, I told Judith, this is almost iconic for Josiah. Let me show you. Recognize this shirt? Almost every, yeah, Dale, it's the same shirt that he has in this picture here with the red banner from the church. Right. If I remember correctly, my parents went on a cruise some time ago and purchased this shirt and other shirts for the rest of the grandchildren. Josiah would wear this shirt often. I mean, really, it was amazing as I went through photo after photo, and we still have this shirt. It's so iconic, it's sort of a Josiah shirt. Judith and I noticed that on that picture that she pointed out to is in front of a banner saying Jesus is Lord. Josiah loved the Lord, and I had the privilege of baptizing him when I was in Amarillo, Texas. And that was up in the north part of the panhandle of Texas. Josiah was baptized, he loved Jesus, and yes, his life wasn't perfect just like the rest of us. But he knew the Lord, and he cherished just about each one of you. He would come to church with us from time to time. And so today, that's the reason we have comfort, knowing he's in heaven, because he has accepted Jesus Christ. And I think he would tell each of you, whatever your faith is, make sure you are right with God and Jesus. Now, again, I want to tell everyone, thank you for loving our boy. You're right, Judith. I was shocked how many people responded upon his passing. I did not realize how far-reaching Josiah had reached out to in our community. Again, we love you. Contact me anytime. Questions, you feel free to reach out to me. Post more on the group page. But most importantly, thank you for being in Josiah's life. Some of you know him as with a different sign name. But thank you very much.